Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And guys, sit this video all the way through so you don't miss out on any important crypto news. We got a ton of stuff to talk about today. First of all, just a quick little update. The trades are still doing nice. A little bit earlier today, I asked you guys if I should actually exit, and a lot of you guys said no, keep it open. Today, I, however, have a little bit of a different question, which actually comes to this. Do you hold Bitcoin? Yes or no? Or in different words, are you excited for Bitcoin? I think this is actually a very important question because me, as an XRP holder, I personally think that if Bitcoin succeeds, XRP will automatically succeed in some way too. And I have talked before about how I think XRP can clearly and pretty easily get back to the number 2 position. But for that to happen, either we have the lawsuit or great utility. But all in all, the best possible scenario is when Bitcoin also does good. I hope we can all be on the same page with that. So people that are really excited about XRP but hate Bitcoin, I don't get it. I don't get why you would hate on the king right now. Can XRP overtake him? Sure, can always happen. But is it happening in the near future? That I do not know. And for right now, Bitcoin is king, guys. Bitcoin is king, and it'll decide where the rest of the market is going to go. Now, the DAI said, I want Bitcoin to succeed. I want Ethereum to succeed. I want XRP to succeed. Now, I personally hold all 3 of these cryptos, so I'll be fine with that. Then again, if you ask me, it's the same thing as digital asset investor. I want all digital assets, not all of them, to succeed if they can in a free market on a level playing field and not with the help of a government that's picking winners and losers. That's where the point becomes clear, you know? If these coins would succeed because that's what the market wants, got my seal of approval, all good. But if Bitcoin and Ethereum right now are only this far up and are only that exciting, and for example, for Ethereum, that's literally the reason why it overtook XRP. If that's because of the government and because of the SEC, yeah, I don't support that. I don't condone it. I don't like that at all. So there needs to be a fix. And I mean, we really can't be waiting too long. I've been sharing this for a couple of, months right now. It just has to happen soon because things are getting kind of crazy and kind of hot in here. Now, point number 2 here, Ripple scores a major win. Well, what is it for? What's happening? Well, Ripple scores a major win because the judge ordered the SEC to explain a lot. The SEC is ordered to explain, among other things, how the Howey test applies to XRP, what is the status of Ether and Bitcoin, and the sales of XRP as investment contracts. Yes and no. As far as I now know, the judge hasn't said that the SEC has to officially give all the information up to the public. What the SEC just has to do right now is, as far as I know, As far as I know, but maybe I've missed something. As far as I know, they have to basically explain why they're hiding stuff. And they have to send the documents over so that the judge can basically oversee it and then eventually make a ruling on whether or not the SEC has to explain themselves. What they do also have to do, however, in the interrogatories is basically give out a couple of explanations that Ripple asked for, but I don't remember exactly or don't recall exactly what those questions were. Then again, I think this article is overdoing a little bit. I would really want the SEC to explain every single detail, But I don't think we're there just quite yet. They have to explain a lot, yes, but not this, maybe a little bit. I don't know if they actually have to give up this part, though. I don't believe so. But again, that's just as far as I know. Moving on, this is again an XRP part. After this, we only have just general crypto news. XRP Ledger developers can participate in second grant program. Shadowy supercoders, and let me actually put in the timestamp here. There we go. Shadowy supercoders interested in joining the club of XRP Ledger developers can apply for funding, and here's how. Well, if you're a developer, go look for it. There's some funding available, which is pretty damn nice to, potentially create some nice products on the XRP Ledger. So obviously, I also like to kind of quote unquote promote that because the more developers that hop on, the more development we get, the better. Polkadot co-founder Gavin Wood announces an $18.9 million development fund. That, ladies and gentlemen, is always very, very freaking nice to me. Whenever I see this, I get a little bit excited because, well, I mean, we don't know exactly what they're going to be doing it for, what they're going to give the money out for, but a development fund is almost always nice, guys. almost always very freaking nice. So yes, I'm excited. All right. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, I'm happy with that. And I guess that is that to the situation. The Polkadot treasury currently has 19 million DOT, not USD, do the math, in it, ready to spend on your ideas for building, improving, educating, and indeed anything else that the Polkadot governance believes valuable. All I have to know or tell you guys about this one, I guess, is this was known for a couple of days, but there haven't been any crazy updates on the amount. And so I'm assuming, at first we were speculating whether or not this amount was going to be way lower, that we're actually on the same on the same line, on the verge of getting some breakthrough in that sense. At least I'm hoping so. I'm kind of hoping so. All right. Coinmarketcap hack reportedly leaks 3.1 million users' email addresses. 3.1 million email addresses linked to CoinMarketCap accounts were reportedly being traded on hacking forums, according to Have I Been Pawned? This is information that just came out, at least I didn't know it before. CoinMarketCap has become aware that batches of data have shown up online purporting to be a list of user accounts. While the data lists we have seen are only email addresses, we have found a correlation with our subscriber base as well. And no passwords are included in the data we have seen. We believe that it is most likely sourced from another platform where users may have reused passwords across multiple sites. In this incident, for customers who use SMS texts for two-factor authentication, the third party took advantage of a flaw in Coinbase's SMS account recovery process in order to receive an SMS two-factor authentication token and gain access to your account. But as far as I know now, we're talking CoinMarketCap, right? So how's there also like Coinbase things? Because there's a lot of, maybe it's because of maybe it's two things together, because here it says a recent hack on the Coinbase crypto exchange resulted in a compromise of over 6,000 accounts. Maybe it's because a lot of people who have a CoinMarketCap account also have a Coinbase account, and so in some mixy way they got the email to match up with the password and stuff like that. At least that's sometimes what I'm worried about anyway for people as well, guys. I've often addressed this before already, but what I basically worry about is that if one of your accounts gets hacked and you're not too careful with it, that a lot of freaking wallets of yours or a lot of things of yours are going to go down. That's also what you got to be careful for, and always protect your data well. Robinhood CEO confirms crypto wallet waitlist hits 1 million as the Shiba army presses for listing. Shiba Inu people, of course, want to get that crypto listed because the price would pump if it did. If you're asking me, I think they might actually go for it at one point or another. And from that perspective, I'm also thinking maybe it's not that crazy of an idea to actually buy a little bit purely for the moment that it happens. Maybe it's worth the speculation. Then again, not financial advice, right? But a side note, what Robinhood basically wants to do is make it so that you can actually withdraw and have an official crypto wallet. A lot of people, of course, are excited about that too, which is, of course, the movement which we are seeing right now in Robinhood and the 1 million signups, because people are excited for that and people want it. I mean, it's very logical that people would want it, at least to me. It sounds very logical. All right, Russian oil companies seek to increase revenue by mining cryptocurrencies through a brilliant strategy. Russian oil companies are considering using flared gas to mine crypto to improve their profitability. The oil companies are seeking clarification from authorities before moving on with the plans. American mining companies are already using this method of Bitcoin mining to improve their productivity, and I'm pretty excited about that. I had no idea. Russian oil companies seek to increase revenue by mining crypto. What? That is very, very freaking smart. Is this nice? It depends on how you see it. I think this might put some extra pressure over on the US to get some regulations going and get some rules specifically for mining crypto too. Because of course they want to keep this strategic position right now. After China banned it and they got the majority, they don't want Russia to take over from them or with the majority. So they're most likely going to, have a little bit of extra pressure to go for some rules, which is pretty nice. And of course, if you go for mining rules, you also need kind of general rules. So all in all, pretty good thing if you ask me. Australian Senate report recommends crypto-friendly regulations. The Australian Senate Committee has suggested that the country should create a robust and friendlier regulatory framework for the crypto industry. Following the growing interest in crypto globally, the Senate's Committee on Australia as a Technology and Financial Center has recommended that the country should establish favorable digital asset regulations to promote the development of the industry. And it's basically to really grow in the crypto realm, and that's really nice. Once more, these things are all very, very bullish for American crypto regulations too, because at least as I get it, the more that we put up like this, the more pressure there is for the US to put up some rules and to kind of do something basically. Do something. Do something. So I'm all excited about that type of stuff. I can't see any negative parts in all of that. At least not just quite yet. Australia moving in is good. You know, they have to foster innovation. They have to come up with just any country here. You can't stay away from it too long. It's just shooting yourself in the foot, basically. And the U.S. has been trying it for a little while. Australia now is done with it. At least some parts of the guys are trying for it. And it's basically to get more people in and help out. Then Bitcoin's Netscape moment is finally here. Bitcoin believers have been waiting for their 1994 moment for years, and it may have just finally happened. It's the oldest cliche in crypto that blockchain still has no killer app, still awaits its Netscape moment. The term refers to the 1994 launch of the web browser that made it easy for ordinary people to surf the internet. The web had been around for years, but Netscape's arrival ignited a turning point that brought the information superhighway mainstream. And so the crypto community had been waiting for its own version for years, and it may have just arrived. This past week, we saw the first Bitcoin futures ETF begin trading, and Bitcoin and Ether both hit their all-time high, like almost, at least Ethereum did. My thought process about this actually is one very specific thing. Now, you could kind of go further into all of this, but I don't think we need to. Here they're talking for a good part about Axie. I think there's actually, no, two things. One is indeed things that are like gaming related with NFTs that get people into crypto, because that way, you know, an ordinary gamer has a really, really easy access into it. And so if there's a mobile game, for example, on iPhone that becomes so freaking trending and it has NFTs in it or crypto payments and whatnot, that's a very easy way. But more importantly, just a thing that everybody uses. I'm sometimes thinking about a payment or wallet app that does all the crypto stuff in the background. So people don't really know it, but it's the easiest way to get into it. Or the most seamless way to buy crypto that still has to be thought of. Right now, Coinbase and whatnot, they're there, but they're not that simple still. They're not that simple. It's still pretty difficult for people to understand. Maybe also more crypto education, but I'm sometimes wondering as well, what would the easiest bridge be to really get your grandma to easily understand everything? I don't know, guys. It's still so difficult, and I don't personally think it's there just quite yet. There's still a couple of steps. An ETF doesn't help. Axie does help a little bit, but again, I'm thinking about my grandma here. What would make her easily be able to adapt this? What would this kind of bridge be for, you know, that generation, basically? I don't know, but I've been thinking about it. All right, guys, having said that, right now there are $3,500 worth of bonuses over on Bybit. You can check it out with the link down below. Today, I'll also make an updated link so you guys can actually see the campaign for it yourself really, really simply so you can get yourself some free money. Having said that, again, make sure you press that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.